everybody, and welcome to my channel. My name is Yahaira and this is Let's Budget, and on my channel I bring you weekly cash shopping and budget with me videos, and in today's video it'll be a cash shopping for a total of $998. Let's go ahead and count this all out and make sure it's all here. So we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 450, 500, 550, 600, 650, 670, 690, 710, 730, 750, 770, 790, 810, 830, 850, 870, 890, 910, 920, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, and 90. So we have 990. 991, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for a total of 998. So close to $1,000 stuffing, but we'll take it. I hope everyone's having a good week. I'm back to filming on Mondays. Today is you would have seen the eclipse. Here in California, we got I think it was like a total like a 50% depending where you were. Didn't have glasses, so I didn't try to go see it, but it was it got kind of dusky here, but like it wasn't so much like it felt like it was like gonna be nighttime, but more of like, oh, it feels like it should be like 5 p.m. versus 11 a.m. And it was funny because my sister called me this morning on her way to take my nieces to school, and she was saying that the school was going so far as like having indoor recess because they didn't trust the kids to not just stand there and stare at the sun. Which valid, I get it. It was kind of funny. But hopefully some of you guys got to see the whole thing and got to experience that. Let's go ahead and jump right into it, starting with our variable spending. We had a chunk left over in groceries, which was very, very nice. So I think we had an even amount of ones, if I remember right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay. So we'll set this all aside. And then this week, it's getting its usual 80 as 3 20s, a 10, a 5, and 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So groceries now has 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 101, 2, 3, 4, 5. For a total of 105 in groceries. I think I have to get some freezer meal at Trader Joe's. And then, what do I have to get? I think it's the only stock up I really have to do. So maybe next week I'll knock down groceries a tiny bit, depending how we do this week. Up next is Pups, and Pups is getting $50 as a 50. So Pups now has 50, 100. Up next is Eating Out, and that's getting 80 this week. We had a little extra start at the beginning of this month compared to what we normally do, so I put a little extra in Eating Out for the last 2 weeks. So it's getting it as 420s. That's 3. So Eating Out now has 20, 40, 60, 80. Up next is Fun, and this also got a little bit extra the last 2 weeks. And then it'll be getting 50. I think that's a 50, right? Yeah. So Eating Out. Fun now has 50, 100. Up next is Gas, and she's once again empty, but we're making it. We're breaking even. That's all we can ask for, and hopefully we can keep doing that. But it's getting 145 this week as 100. 2 20s and a 5. So gas now has 100, 120, 140, 145. I keep talking about it in my budget with me. It's just like I filled up for gas yesterday for Logan student to get it today on his way home from work, and I paid $4.80 a gallon for gas. So that hurt. At least it was a Corolla. So up next is Costco, and that's getting 20 as a 20. So Costco now has 20, 40, 60. And then Spawn is getting all those ones that I pulled from groceries. And if you're new around here, Spawn is my nieces. I set aside any extra ones that sometimes occasionally I 5 from groceries. And then whenever I see them, I give them money and we just work on saving and priorities pretty much. So like I have them save for just general savings, which when they reach $30, I put it into their UTMA accounts. And then they save for Christmas and Mother's Day. And last year they did a travel one too because they went to Disney World with my parents. So I wanted them to experience, saving for that and like having their own money to spend. So this year they only have Christmas, Mother's Day, and just general savings, and they have spending. And for the most part, I try not to like tell them where to put money. But I will be like, oh, like, just so you know, Mother's Day's coming up, and this, like, you should have this much, or like, if they don't want to have much, be like, okay, just understand, you're not gonna have as much as your sister, for example. Just so that way, when it comes up, if it comes up when they're like, oh, but I want to get that, it's like, well, you didn't say that much, so this is what we're doing. Is what you have to work with, sort of thing, just to help them again learn priorities and savings, and hopefully build good habits for their future. So Spawn now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, for a total of $28. And nothing for Target gift cards. Although, if someone out there could, I might have an answer by the time this posts, but I'm very confused by the new Target Circle because I had a lady, I think I mentioned in my last video, where a cashier at Target told me that the 1% earnings were going to be going away with the new Target Circle. But it's not entirely clear because you can still earn Target rewards, and then like when I get like open up like the app and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, like you have this available in earnings. So it's like, what's the truth? Like, is the 1% going away or not? So I'm like, I'll find out this week when I go shopping there. I'll probably do some grocery shopping there, and see if I earn any. Because if that's the case, then it clearly didn't go away. That lady was crazy. But if anyone knows, let me know because that's not clear. But that was it for that binder. Up next is my personal binder. Starting off with my envelope. I have some savings in here, but this is probably going to be going out to lunch with some friends from my last job. So I'll be using for that. But I'm getting $30 this week as a 20, a 5, and 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so I now have 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, and 71. Hoping to break that $40 curse soon because I've been paying out around $40 for a couple weeks now. Up next is books, and that's getting $10 as a 10. So books now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. Woo! And we're trying to save a total of $250. That's what I spent last time. I went crazy. Okay, and after Christmas stuff. Up next is Lambeau Field. It's also getting 10 as a 10. So Lambeau Field now has $500, $600 in the bank. Then it has 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 97 for a total of $697. Almost to 700. Woohoo! I think I'm going to be cashing out from some rewards apps this month. Well, I'm debating between putting it here and putting it towards Japan because Japan needs an extra $50 in the budget to be able to put a total of 1,000 or to have a total of 1,000 in it this month. So I'm trying to save for that, but I'm trying to do enough mystery shopper stuff to earn the $50 for that. But so far that's been kind of a bust. I've only been able to do one job for $5 this month. Because the other ones I've done, like, I haven't been able to find the products, I have to cancel them and don't get anything. But we're still trying. We're still going to aim for it. We'll see how that happens. We'll see what happens. Up next is our savings challenges. And first up is our piggy bank challenge. And I'm putting $3 in it today, but I don't have a 3 to fill up. So what we'll do is we'll grab our 3 ones, and then I'll just fold them in half. So that, and then in the future stuffing, I can just, what should I call it? Add it with whatever I'm stuffing, see how many more we can fill in. But let's give it a quick count though. Let's see what we have in here. So we have 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 61, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for a total of $68. So almost 3/4 of the way there. And then also what we're starting this month now is our Deck of Savings Challenge. So this is from Intentional Living. She's another YouTuber. I believe I have a link in the description down below if you don't already watch her. But pretty much it comes from this guy, and we'll draw cards every week, see where the stuff. And this week we got $35. So we're doing that as a 20, a 10, and a 5. And I'm not gonna count it because well, the deck that I bought from her is for $500, but there is like bonus little challenges. So like if you have a $2 bill in the corner, you draw another card. But if the calculator, you round up to $5, or if it has her logo, you just don't do anything. But I want to leave it and see how much it totals to at the end, and give a little surprise, you know. But let's go ahead and draw for next week. I mentioned that I already shuffled these off camera because I don't know how to properly, like, the whole like split it and like do a little like flippy thing. I shuffled like a child pretty much. And I didn't want to subject you guys to that. So let's go ahead and draw for next week. So the first one is a 5, and it has that $2 symbol in there. So we're gonna go ahead and draw another one, which is 15 with the calculator. So that means we are gonna be doing 20. So we have a total of 25 that we'll be stuffing for next week. So put that there. Put this away until next week. So I'll do it for that. You got lost for a second. Like, where did my other binders go? Coming into our sinking funds. Mini trip is fully stuffed. That's being used this month sometime. Up next is our Japan spending. And this week, she's getting a lot. She's getting $250 as 2 100s and a 50. So in Japan spending, we now have $100, $200 in the bank, then $300, $400, $500, $600, $650, $700, $750, right? My brain broke. So $200 in the bank, then $300, $400, $500, $600, $650, $700, $750. Yes, we have a total of $750. I don't know what happened there. I was like looking at it and like, oh, there's more numbers than 650 plus 700 or to 700, right? No, I'm a silly goose. Okay, I'll do it for that. And then in here we're going to gifts, and that's getting $20 as a 20. So gifts now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. Oh, that's kind of annoying. It has $99. Which, let's see. Got him his present. That's 50. Okay, let me hold off. Might be using some of this to get one of my friends that I meet tomorrow her a belated birthday present. But it's like another $12 gift card to Barnes & Noble because she also loves to read. Although she's weird and she doesn't read the last chapter because she doesn't want to know how it ends. So I'm just like, how do you? That's so unsatisfying though. Like, it's so weird. Up next is electronics, and that's getting 10 as a 10. So in electronics, we now have $100 in the bank. Then we have 50, 70, 80. Which I think that means we're gonna hit another $100 in here this month, which is exciting. And it's very much like little amounts add up, you know. It might feel like not enough, but it's enough, and you should add it anyways. And then lastly in here we have our emergency fund, and that's getting 100 as a 100. So in emergency fund now we have $500 in the bank, then 600, 620, 40, 60, 80, 700, 720, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A total of 736. And then next and last but not least, we have another round of sinking fund. This is more like never-ending / future sinking fund / a completed one, because we have our house one that we finished a while ago. But first is car maintenance, and that's getting 50 this week as a 50. So it now has $50. And then we got medical, also getting $50 as a 50. So in medical, we now have 50, 100, 101, 2, 3. Total of 103. And then last but not least is clothes, getting this last 5. So in clothes, we now have 5, 10, 15, ooh, 16, $17. So that'll do it for this week's cash stuffing. It was a big one. It makes me happy to see all the sinking funds getting stuffed and making progress. And yeah, I think it should continue to be a kind of busy week for our busy month for our sinking funds, which is lovely and nice to see. And it relieves a lot of stress because as we hit goals, it's the one less thing to do, one less thing to worry about. But if you guys like that, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. It really helps my channel. We've had a little influx recently, so welcome everybody. I'm happy to have you here. And thanks for sticking around and watching every week. And I hope to see you guys again next week for another week of budgeting. Bye.